What's up, everybody? Trip Smith here, and on this adventure, we're getting out again on the skiff. I was actually planning on doing a paddleboard adventure, but the rivers were flooded, so we're back down here to the Gulf. Right here, you're looking over at Destin, Florida, and this direction, about 70-ish miles, it's Orange Beach, Alabama. And so that's what we're going to be doing on this video. We're going to be going from Destin, Florida to Orange Beach, Alabama, and back, and hanging out and doing some cool stuff on the way. There's actually quite a lot to see. And the weather's going to be iffy, a little bit rainy and stormy today, but the next 2 days will be good. So let's get this bad boy rolling and find some adventure. What's the name of your YouTube channel? Trip Smith.
Trip Smith. I thought I looked for it.
Huh?
I thought I looked for it on there.
Do it, man.
Yeah.
Let's go, shall we? Oh, it's gonna be a good trip. T-shirt and cowboy boots. Well, folks, I don't know how long you've been following my channel, how many of my videos you've seen, but the first time that I was in this area, the water here was so beautiful and pretty, and I've been back multiple times since then, and it just wasn't the same. But right now, it looks pretty good. So, what does that mean? Time for a trip dip! Oh, it's a little shallow. Where's my hat? Here it is. Little shallow. It's all right. I'm sure someone's like, oh my goodness, he left the motor running. The boat could leave. He didn't want to wear the kill switch. Relax, guys. Relax. All right. Oh yeah, nothing like a little salt water on the skin, you know, get everything feeling right, kind of set the mood. Something about salt water just does it to me. I don't know if it does it to you, but it does it to me. Then when you got an adventure, camping, good times, all wrapped in one, it does a lot to me. And y'all are in for it. All right, let's get going. I just had to do that. I was just feeling really good today. I have high expectations for this adventure versus the last one, like sleep-wise and just comfort-wise, using a new hammock, using a new air mattress to sleep on the boat one night. So we're kind of going to be mixing it up. It's going to be good. So the last time I was here, that's where I camped actually. It's a lot clearer there and a little bit more of a beach. It's changed a little bit. This is where I was, and the water was just this beautiful. If you guys were watching the live reply line show, episode 17 I think it was, I was talking about this, the water clarity here. And I was talking about how ecstatic I would be if it was this clear. And it is! Woo! Yo, I'm on cloud 9. This is awesome. May not be that special sounding to you folks, but it is to me. Thank you, Lord. Now let's just cruise around and see if we can spot some crabs. We're not going to catch them right now, but where we're going to be setting up tonight, we'll start catching them when we get closer to there. If we see them. I think we will, though. I love how this boat's like one big kayak. I'm not seeing any yet. But I am moving pretty good. talked to the guy, said the visibility is not very good, but we're gonna go get in anyway. I think we'll have somewhere better to snorkel tomorrow.
Here we are passing Fort Pickens, and we're about to cross the pass, or yeah, I guess it's the only pass we had to pass on this trip. So this is the one thing that I was, kind of concerned about. I wasn't really sure what the conditions of the pass would be. It was a little rough, but we were able to manage here, so that is a good thing.
We just made it across that pass. It's really the only thing this trip I was kind of worried about, and some of the bigger bays that we went through, but fortunately the wind was blowing in our favor, so it wasn't too bad. So here we are. This is Robertson Island here. There's an old fort right up here, concrete fort. Go check out. It's a really pretty place. I camped at a while back. Also, we've got the Blue Angels are up in the air practicing. To that fort, just through the woods there. Go! Oh, here they come. Today, something simple. Got some leftovers from Mom. Thanks, Mom. Some Italian sausage balls. Delicious. It's cool to get to sit here and watch all the jets fly. We're doing flips and stuff sometimes. Twists and spins and all kind of cool stuff. Mom, the meatballs were delicious. Thank you. Now I'm just finishing off with some blueberries that we picked out of our yard too. Me and the boys picked them yesterday. They're delicious. Taking a gander at my map that I printed out. Today we have been about 55 miles so far, and that's probably about as far as we're going to go today. We may have to go a little bit further to find a campsite. I don't really know exactly where I'm going to camp. An idea of a couple shorelines that I will look for somewhere to camp. I'm pretty sure that'll work though. And tomorrow we will have a 14 mile run to Orange Beach. I want to get to Orange Beach kind of early tomorrow to try and snorkel the pass when the tide's good. Then I want to have lunch at Flora-Bama. So that's really what I wanted to do. They have some delicious, just off-the-chain shrimp nachos I had last time I was there on the kayak. They're crazy good. All right, we got a game plan. I'm going to finish these blueberries, explore the fort, and then we're going to go and kind of find camp and find somewhere to hunt some crabs and hopefully grill some tonight. If it doesn't rain and get all my firewood wet, but it was like an 80% chance of rain today, so it hadn't rained yet, so it ain't looking very beautiful. Fort McRee. Built in the late 1890s and during World War II. Cool. It still stands at this end of Perdido Key. And you can even camp here. So cool. Pretty nice. Alright, now which way was it? I want to say it was this way, if I remember. Oh yeah, I see it up in there. Oh yeah. Cool. Let's get this good light on. Boom. Ooh, what's that? Wow. So this is the front side. It curves around. Got all these rooms. Barracks or something in here. With all the graffiti, I found something that actually makes sense. Robert Smith is God. For those of you who don't know, my name is Robert Smith. A lot of people ask me, where does Tripp come from? They call me Tripp because my real name is Robert Lee Smith III. 3 triple Tripp. There you go. That's where that comes from. Look out, buddy. Looks like they actually had some sort of ventilation in here. This is definitely pretty cool to see. You know, a little eerie, a little sketchy, but, you know, pretty awesome nonetheless. Really awesome. Alright, well, I cruised over to the shoreline where I was going to want to camp tonight, or try to camp, but you got this sign here. Military exclusion area. Probably not a good spot to camp. But we're going to keep looking. I got some alternate spots in my head. There's a camp. Guess no one's living there. Someone left their junk. Marsh right there. That means bad bugs. It's probably going to be anywhere though. Bunch of darn trash. I mean, brand new grilling things. I don't know. Dang, mosquitoes are getting me already. Well, the trees aren't quite high enough for my hammock to hang really, so I'm going to have to find somewhere else. I don't know. I have to go quite a ways down towards Orange Beach a little more, which, I mean, I still got time. It's only 1:20. So, dang, that mosquito's bad. You know, I would like to get away from the bugs. I know a little island's down there. I don't know. I'm gonna assess the situation. We got a little bit of water in here from all the rough stuff today. All the spray. All right, so now we're actually coming up on Perdido Key. This is kind of just the island where, or the key where Flora-Bama is, and you have Ono Island, Orange Beach, and all kind of begins over in this direction. Totally awesome area. But everywhere I've been today, this whole stretch is a totally awesome area. But there just aren't a whole lot of hammock sites. But I do know of a few spoil islands farther this way that might work. I don't know, I may have to get real creative. Find an abandoned dock or something. I don't know. I don't really want to do that. I mean, we'll see. I'll figure something out. You guys know me. You know, I'm always looking around at boats, maybe what my next boat will be. You know, so I'm just always kind of browsing. No, that's not it. But it's actually right up here. It's a little Boston whaler. Why? Because they can go anywhere in pretty much any weather, and they're not going to sink. That's what I need. That's what I need. So, you might see me on a little Boston whaler one day. I don't know, I've got my eye on a few next boats because, you know, this boat is fantastic. I love it, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for. Which, you know, I'm never probably going to find exactly what I'm looking for, but, you know, I learn things about certain boats that I do and don't like. So this one may be, you know, this might be the last season with this boat. That's okay. We're gonna get a lot of love and a lot of adventure out of her. Man, I just need to go ahead and just grab one of those, though, really. I think we could go places on that. It might be a little bigger than what, well, never mind. I just spotted something else awesome. Another little kind of boat I've been looking into. Wait a minute, slow down, Trip. Look at that thing. That's pretty cool. Those are little Craig cats. It's a little catamaran with an outboard and like stick steer on it. Pretty cool. Now that one, it has like, I think they're plastic pontoons, but they have another one, like a newer one that I'm not sure if they sell or not, but they're made of fiberglass and it's all one big piece. They're really, really cool. I would love to try one because you can't sink them. You're sitting on top, you get soaking wet, but you can't sink it. Now you just go through anything. That's what I want. I want to try one bad. Right up ahead, you can see, I think there's 3 spoil islands. Oops, 3. Well, I don't think the spoil islands are going to work out. We're going to head up to the Perdido Key. I think this spot may be our best bet. And we're out of gas. She started dying a second ago. Let's check and see. I knew it was getting low. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She empty. Perfect. I guess this is where we need to be. It's just fate. It's fate. Alright, so either between those trees or those trees are my best bet. I'm very incognito. I don't know, I think it'll work. That tree's a little smaller than I like, but I mean, it ain't gonna fall. It's just gonna be, you know, some suspension. How much water we got in the boat? What is that rust spot? Oh man. I'm particular about my boat. I don't like it to be dirty, especially a darn rust spot where I painted. Darn. When you're on a trip like this on a little boat, you have to always consider your fuel mileage. So I have a 6-gallon tank. I get about 65, 70 miles per tank, and I have 3 2-gallon jugs in the bow. So I have a total of 12 gallons. Well, I burned through pretty much six of it so far. So I need to be sure I have enough fuel to get home. I'm pretty much where I'm gonna be, but I'm gonna be riding around and stuff tomorrow. So I think what I'll probably do is I'll put 1 gallon of gas from my little cans into my big tank, and that will give me enough to get to a actual marina or somewhere tomorrow where I will fill up my big tank, and that will give me enough to get home and plenty, you know, reserve just in case, you know, whatever happens, or if I just want to cruise around. So I'm about to top off right now with one of my small cans into the big can. All right, I just moved the boat a couple 100 yards. I think I found a lot better spot. Some trees that are kind of inland a little more, instead of right on the edge of the water where I would be like visually exposed, you know, to all these houses right across the way from me and all the boat traffic. So I come right over here. I've got a nice clearing area and some trees. Good spot to hang a hammock. So we're gonna call this home tonight. This will work. All right, well, we've got some rain clouds and stuff in the distance, some distant thunder. So I'm going to go ahead and get up my hammock and my tarp, since I have somewhere, you know, semi-concealed. Put it up. That way if it does start raining, I'm set up, ready to go, have somewhere dry to get, and I'd like to have a fire tonight, so I'll have somewhere to stash some dry firewood. All right, this should be our spot right here. It's going to work kind of good. This is one of our anchor points for the hammock. The only thing is it's a little bit flimsy, but I mean, it's not going to break. It's just going to be suspension, just like the other one. All right, this right here is a brand new hammock set up for me. I've never set it up completely. I have just strung the hammock up in my office because I have a space to do that. Other than that, I haven't really done any of the little tie outs for the hammock, or I haven't done the tarp, you know, the rain fly, and the tie outs and the tent pole for the hammock. This thing is pretty nice. So wait till you guys see this thing when it's all done, once I get it all figured out. Yeah, that rain's coming. Yeah, there's about to be something that's going to come and get me. I'm going to go be sure everything on the boat is secure and where it won't get too wet, and I'll come back and finish setting this up best I can. All right, the wind just kind of picked up, just dropped a few degrees, and you can see the tarp's blowing. This thing, it went together pretty easily. For the first time I put the tarp up, I'm gonna have a general knowledge of how some of this stuff works, I guess. There's still some more pieces I haven't put in it yet, like the tent poles that kind of keep it open. I'm gonna wait out that this little squat line blows through. Or not squat line, just a little rain line blows through. But at least I can get in the hammock now, I guess. That tree is bending. This is pretty good though. Yeah, everything probably could use being a little bit tighter, I guess. That's all right. Yeah, I should have made it a lot tighter, but my first time setting it up. It has an elastic on the end where your tie outs attach. So I could have cinched it down a little more. That's all right. I mean, still working. Just I prefer it to be a lot tighter. Good little rain though. Yeah. She's there, and the hammock's there. Pretty good setup. Oh man, all my wood's wet. Darn it. Forgot to get together wood. Looks like we'll be eating cold sausage. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and eat. Darn it, because I'm pretty hungry. I really wanted to fire up the grill. Well, supper tonight. Got a bottle of water here. Got some McRee smoked sausage, nice and chilled. You ever had chilled smoked sausage? And an avocado. This is a delicacy. So now you got shrimp cocktail, just, you know, cold shrimp. It's a delicacy, right? Well, you don't see that very often. Well, something you see even less is chilled sausage, chilled smoked sausage. This is like, you know, like the classy and fancy. This is like a notch up from your shrimp cocktail. Tastes like smoked Spam. Yep, smoked Spam. I never really eat. I'm happy to eat it. You gotta love it when you're sitting here hanging out, enjoying yourself, taking it easy, and people start sending you messages like, hey man, watch out for those storms, or hey, it's gonna get nautical in a little while, and you're like, well, maybe I should check the weather. Let's see what it looks like. I don't know, it looks fine to me. In an hour I got 30% chance of rain, then it's like 10 and 0. I don't know. I mean, the radar looks a little interesting, but I think we'll be all right. I mean, we're gonna stick it out no matter what. All right, there's a decent amount of mosquitoes up here, but fortunately, I've got this awesome hammock. I'm about to just crawl inside of it. Oh, I've got everything I need in it. Whoop. Which is my headlamp, my headphones. I have my pillow in my pocket. Oh yeah. I have my sleeping bag liner, which will be my blankets, my homemade silk one. I'm trying it this time instead of the Outdoor Vitals one. Lose my flops. Basically, I'm just gonna get in here and zip her up. But I've got to wait for my feet to dry. And clean the sand and stuff off my feet. Kind of a stickler about sand and stuff being over everything, which is one reason I like a hammock. Oh yeah. So this is going to be it. Now this hammock does have the ability, it has these little tie outs. There's 4 of them that are on the actual bug net, so you can tie this out. It didn't come with strings, which is fine, but I have strings in my boat if I wanted to do that, but I think I'll be okay just like this tonight. So, but that is an option, which would be cool because it holds it open like this, which would be very, very cool. But this is good enough for me. It's nice to be bug free. You know, I've never had a hammock that had this integrated bug net on it, so it's very nice. Thank you, Sierra Madre, for sending me this. I've been really comfortable, I've been chilling for a while. Now I'm just about to blow my pillow up and get in my sleeping bag liner, or just have it ready to go, charge the phone, listen to a podcast, and call it a night. I'm also happy to report that the bugs are not biting through the bottom layer of the hammock, so that's great. See you in the morning. Oh. Good morning, y'all. I slept great last night. All I needed was my pillow. And yeah, it's half inflated on purpose. That's how it's comfortable in the hammock. I didn't even need my sleeping bag liner. And I was probably just right comfortable. This morning it's a little warm. Last night I was really comfortable. Only bad thing was getting up in the middle of the night and having to pee twice because the mosquitoes would light you up. Which is what's about to happen now. Right over here by my favorite bush. Let's go take a peek at the boat situation. See how high out of the water she is. I mean, it's almost 5:45 right now, so it's still pretty early. We still have a while for the tide to rise because it is rising. High tide's at like 1 o'clock today. Let's see what low tide looks like. Yeah, she out in the water. She's barely in the water. Okay. Hey, it's kind of pretty out here. Yeah, tide dropped a little bit. Just a little baby crab. Ooh. Check this out. The Bank of Commerce, White Castle, Louisiana. We'll find it a garbage can. Get it to the boat. That would have made a good souvenir. I like finding stuff and using it. Well, folks, I have to say this 9-ox hammock and fly is nice, super nice. It's like a Cadillac. There's a lot of cool features and thought that went into this. I'm gonna show a few of those to y'all before I pack her up. There's also a few minor changes that I would make just for my personal use that probably doesn't really apply to everybody. So some of the cool features I'm talking about, just the thought that went into making this thing. Like right here on your tarp, F-shot cord. So this is a bungee here, and then right underneath this triangle, there's a little Velcro pocket. So when you take your line up and stuff, you can just tuck it into that pocket so it's nice and neat and organized, which is pretty cool. And then also they did the same thing right up here for the ridge, I guess the ridge line support of your tarp. And they have these two other tie outs here that I didn't utilize, but they also have pockets there. And then really one of the coolest things is this pole setup. I forget what they actually call it, but the pole kit is so cool. I mean, it really makes so much space under your tarp, and these things are super light. I mean, it doesn't add much like in the carrying, the weight and the bulk, but it adds so much to the interior space of the tarp. Another cool feature is you can see the actual tarp. It goes over the suspension of your hammock, so it's pretty cool. So it always stays lined up and stuff like that, so you don't have to worry about, because sometimes you'll be a little off center or something, or your hammock may not be centered in the tarp. This keeps it always in the right place. There's really nothing bad to say about this thing, but if I had to make some changes, just for me personally, I like kind of a more stealth type mode tarp. It has the reflective strips here on the corners, and then I'm pretty sure these lines here have little reflective bits to them. Then we have the blue tree straps for the hammock and the blue tent poles. I mean, basically, I would just change that to a neutral color, but that's just me. Probably this is the biggest thing, because like where I'm at now, see, I'm right here, close to the shore. So if there was a boat at night that was just coming by, looking for something, I don't know, and they were shining a spotlight, boom, those might pop out pretty quickly. So just for me in the stealth camping, I probably would rather not have that feature. But I mean, for most people, that's going to be very valuable, because you're going to be coming back looking for your camp at night, shine with your light, and boom, there you're going to see it. So it's, you know, it's really a good thing for 99% of people. It's my first time ever doing that. It wasn't very difficult. I kind of just, you know, throw the line in there randomly. That's going to be the best chance of it coming out less tangled. Also, I want to mention that I am aware that I probably didn't pitch this exactly correct. There's a lot of different little features and clips and buckles and stuff on the tarp that you can use to set up a better pitch that I'm just not familiar with, because this is my first time setting it up, and I wanted it to be that way, so, you know, I can show you that you can even do it as a dumb person and still set it up just fine, and it will work wonderfully. But once you learn the tarp, it'll be even better. Then we've got the hammock. It's big, it lays pretty darn flat. The bug net is awesome, and all these tie outs. Whenever I first tested this hammock, before it was like, you know, really on the market huge, or what, right when it first came out, they sent it to me and I, you know, sent it back to them. It was just like a little demo model, but I put these little tie outs out and it really made the inside big, so I know it's really nice, but I just didn't do it last time because the ropes weren't on it. I didn't feel like going to get ropes, essentially. But just like the tarp, they really put a lot of thought into the features they included on this, so it's, I mean, it's like a Cadillac. Tonight I kinda don't care. Alright, it's breakfast time. You folks know that I love to eat. I love food. I love my eggs. I love my meat. Sometimes the eggs like I like it is hard to do, but I learned on my last trip I can have egg salad in a bag. I know some people were almost puking when I was eating this last time, but it tastes just like regular egg salad. It's been in the refrigerator for 2 days. Good gracious, y'all. Then we're gonna also go with a double shot of muscle milk. Zip this back up. Conserve our coolness in our cooler. Sporky. There's Sporky. Huh. We gotta get a little bit comfortable, but I got my shoes on. You guys know I love my Earth Runner sandals. They're super minimalist, and yes, I know they look like my wife's shoes, but they're not. They're mine, and I love them. I wear them as much as I can. I promise you, love these freaking shoes. And a few folks of you I know who have gotten these have said you love them too and you can't take them off, so I understand. Like, I even wear these like around the house. It's like my house slippers. They're so cool. So awesome. Alright, anyways, to the yummy egg salad and my spork. By the way, this spork, you guys can see there's a hole in it right there. It was given to me by a friend of mine. Thank you, sir, for bringing me this spork that one time. The first year of Rock-a-Dock. How cool was that? Alright, let's get at this egg salad. Made this a little bit different. Added some paprika to this one. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I left the whites a little chunkier. Yeah. It's that Dijon mustard and that Celtic sea salt. And well, you folks already know how much I love my muscle milk. I'm gonna just watch the sun come up, enjoy my food. Then we've got to either hang out for a little while, wait for the tide to rise, or we have to dig out the motor. You know, dig a trench for the motor as I push the boat back, because right now it's not going to go back anywhere because it's stuck in the sand. I kind of knew that was going to happen, but I don't know. It's 7:24, so I really wasn't expecting to be ready to go this early. I'll probably dig it out. It'll be fun to do. Well, you guys can probably tell I'm in a little bit of a predicament here. My laziness yesterday has caused this issue, essentially. I pulled the boat up on shore just so I'd be, you know, really comfortable sleeping last night knowing that the boat wasn't going to go anywhere. And I could have raised my motor a little differently. You know, it's kind of tricky with this up here, but I could have, you know, lowered it down, tilted it up more, and then raised it here with the jack plate, but I didn't. So this is what I'm left with. And it's, you know, 7:40. The tide's coming in, which is what I was kind of banking on. The tide come in and my boat would be, you know, okay and ready today, but it's not. So we're just gonna dig her out. This ain't gonna be too bad. It's all part of the adventure, right? Let's see if it'll budge any. Yeah, it's not too tight. Now, that fin goes down pretty good ways. I got some work to do. All right, it's a 7:43. So I'm sitting here digging for a few minutes. I've got the prop and the skeg and everything clear, and I'm pulling on it, and the sucker won't budge. I'm like, God dang, this thing must have stupor glue or something on it. But no, the anchor was just tied at the front. So that would help. It's been 20 minutes. I've about got it. Oh yeah, that was it. Holy cow. Trip tip for you. Raise the motor as high as you can. Even skip my little hand a little bit. Nothing bad. Okay, that sucked. Pretty cool. All right, the boat's pretty much good to go. Got her cleaned up, all the bugs off of her. So now it's time to head out. We don't have much further to go to Orange Beach. We have the pass, I think it's Perdido Pass that way. We're hoping we're going to do some snorkeling as the tide is coming in. So looking forward to that. So after all this work this morning, let's take a quick trip dip. Oh. That feels pretty good. Feels really good. It's gonna be a good day, Tater. It's a 40 foot. Holy crap. It's big. I think about one of them. Be driving one of those one day. Never know. You never know. Right there you got the Flora-Bama. That means we're on the Florida and Alabama line right now. So we're leaving, like, I think it's Perdido Beach, coming into Orange Beach right here. If you've never been there, it's a good spot to go. We'll be going there later. See right here, the ripples change where the tide's coming in and going over a little sandbar, so shallow to deep. It's kind of like the same thing you would see in a river. You know, when you're cruising along, it's all sandy bottom and it drops off, you'll see it being smooth and ripples right where it drops. So the tide is coming in and going that way pretty quickly. Got it made, y'all. Got it made. This is beautiful. If the sun were out, it'd be a whole lot prettier. But it's still awesome and amazing. Right here is the bridge to Ono Island. Did you guys know they have a fire station on Ono Island? Man, have I seriously considered moving down here and working at Orange Beach Fire Department. Oh, that'd be nice. Be nice. All right, well, I know I need fuel. I've got oil enough for 4 gallons of mixed fuel, so I'm gonna go grab 4 gallons of gas real quick. Have enough to get back tomorrow. Lowest prices, perfect. How's it going, man? I need to, yes sir. Close as it's gonna get.
Fill it up.
I need 4 gallons.
4 gallons.
This is always fun on a little boat. The dockhand radioed up to his boss or whomever and said, "We need 4 gallons." And he kept calling back and said, "Are you sure it's 4? Are you sure it's 4 gallons?" Yes, it was 4 gallons.
Now let's just hope the pass is fairly calm. We can find somewhere to kind of anchor the boat while we get out and see what's under the water. Woo. Little choppy, little choppy. That barge right there, that's what they're using to make all the artificial reefs they have along like the inland coast, I guess you could say, from Fort Walton Beach all the way to Perdido, and Gulf Shores, I guess. I think they may have one. But essentially what they do is they take those little formations and they set them on the bottom and they make a reef. Woo! I think it's a little too rough for me to be anchoring out there. You can see it's really confusing over that way. Last time I was here, I was on the kayak, so it was a little easier for me. So I could just, I could run in on the waves and then just get on the beach where it was safe. The rocks over there is where I want it, but it looks like really confused seas, and that's very dangerous in a little boat like this. That should be anchored somewhere. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Oh yeah. And you know what? Even if we were to anchor, visibility will be horrible because it's so rough. So, all right, circling back. Yeah, it's super duper rough out there. There's other things to do. This confused chop is what's dangerous though. I'm swamping a little boat, really and truly. That's one of the dangerous things. There's a lot. That's why I want an unsinkable boat, so I can just go. Be like, screw it, as long as I stay on the boat, I'll be okay. One thing I know I need to do, I have some trash I want to get rid of, because I just like to get rid of my trash just constantly, so I don't just have a big buildup of trash. So I'm going to go to this little public boat ramp right up here and dump my trash in a trash receptacle. Right up there. Part of the Orange Beach Canoe Trail, Site 11? Is that a campsite? Surely not. Well, look at there, Orange Beach Canoe Trail. All right, 11, this is Boggy Point launch. How long is it? I don't see a camp. Okay, so there is no camping. It's just a canoe trail. Doesn't say the total miles anywhere. Wow. It would suck to step on. That's the backbone to some fish. Pretty good sized fish. I guess it'd be part of his vertebrae and ribs. You know, that'd be cool to take on to my little boys. Here we go. That's a little lopsided, ain't it? Sometimes it does that. Most of the time it stays pretty good. This is my Imperial Headwear hat. I get tons of questions on these hats. part of their Watership series. Check them out. You'll like them. You'll like them. Trust me, I've got several of them. Had them for a long time. All right, so I was thinking like, okay, where am I going to store this thing? Where am I going to keep this bone so it doesn't break? Because I'm sure it's pretty fragile and it's sharp. Don't want to just all around the boat, you know, bouncing around and whatnot when I'm cruising. So I was like, okay, what if I hung it somewhere? So I was like, well, what am I going to hang it with? And I got an idea. You guys know how I love gear ties? Check this out. You see it hanging up in there? Maybe. So just inside the pass here, you have these 3 small islands. It's really a pretty cool area. This one is Robinson Island, on which I've stayed before a long time ago. We're gonna go check that campsite out here in a little bit. And you have these other 2 small islands. A lot of people come here to hang out and stuff. Pretty nice, especially when the tide gets running through here. It makes the water really nice and clear. So it's a pretty jam up spot. So right here is where I did my camping at one time. Now they got a bunch of keep out signs. So there's a shorebird nesting area and stuff. They didn't have those back when I went. Now, is that why they do it? Well, yeah, probably so, because I remember when I was in there, like there was, like, I thought it was white paint the first day on a bunch of palm leaves. Turned out it was bird poop, and the birds were all over the top of me, pooping everywhere. If you guys remember that video. But this is it, this is the spot. They've redone this little rock jetty some. Probably a decent little spot to maybe snorkel. Maybe, since I didn't get to do it anywhere else. Oh yeah, and this big tree right here, I climbed up in it and hung the hammock up in there. Look at that. Good times. Excuse me. Not gonna hurt you. Can you share it? Spare a little room. Thank you. All right, let's see how it looks. Got a little drop off right here. Probably not gonna be very clear, but whatever. Trip dip. Yeah, not really much to it. I just wanted to get in. I get a lot of questions about what kind of mask and fins that I would suggest. And I like the Cressy brand. I've used them for a long time. They work really well. It's not too expensive, but it's not, you know, it's not super cheap like what you get at Walmart and stuff. So that's what I would suggest. Get on Amazon, look up, you know, Cressy snorkeling kit or, you know, Cressy mask. If you want longer freediving fins like I have, you can get those. But just for the typical person, just a regular pair of adjustable size fins where the strap goes on your heel, you can loosen and tighten. That's probably what I would suggest for your, you know, your casual, every once in a while snorkeler. And I'll toss y'all some links below. You can check it out on Amazon, what I have and what I might suggest. So, oh yeah, like a little mermaid. That's kind of gay. And I'm kind of not. Now right there in the grass, that's where I was laying down the one time when lightning struck and I could literally smell smoke after it struck. Yeah, that wasn't no joke, folks. You need to go back and watch that video if you haven't. It's when I was kayaking down here. It was an adventure. No, it's always an adventure though. All right, folks, it's time to kick into chill mode. So I've got the boat anchored here right by the beach. You can see the boat is sideways to the beach. The reason for this is the tide's really kicking right here. Look at it go around my legs. So I'm really putting the anchor to the test. It's it's holding so far. Just my little screw-in anchor, the $9, $8 beach umbrella screw-in anchor. Not anything really special, but it's worked for me so far. But now I just got the boat. It's all cleaned up, just chilling in the beautiful water. Right here by the bridge. Can't beat this, guys. Woo! All right, so we left the island. Now we're headed back towards Flora-Bama. Have some lunch. They've got the most gorgeous looking something that I'm gonna order. It's delicious. Wait till you see it. Meanwhile, how does that turn back on? Did I stop it? I jacked it. No, don't power off. Mangoes and Marley, you know. There we go. 6 gear with nowhere to steer when enough is enough. Guitars and tiki bars and a whole lot of love. Living in fast forward. Now I need to rewind real slow. I've had a good time, it's true. I know the lighting's bad, but the food is good. A lot of goodness in here. Just sitting here at the Flora-Bama. Just taking it easy. Probably gonna spend the night here, or the evening here. Just chill for the night. I'll see y'all in the morning. All right, folks, we're just leaving the Flora-Bama, and I enjoy the River Dan band. Wow, he is like super country, which is like what I like. He's very country, played some music that I did not expect anyone else to play. I really enjoyed that, but now we are headed on the boat. We are just cruising nice and easy. We're gonna go to the spot to sleep on the boat. We're gonna go towards the Perdido River Bridge, or the Perdido Bridge. I don't really know what it's called, but we're gonna cruise over there. There's a little beach there where I'm gonna secure the boat for the night, and I don't know. I'm gonna turn this light out because we're going to be navigating at night. It's something I've kind of wanted to do for a while and haven't done it. So here we go. Always an adventure, right? Ooh, that light's bright. All right, we just cruised several miles, busted the Perdido Bridge. Good gracious. But now we're about to go up here to the little beach and make camp. Cruising at night was interesting, for sure. It's nice and calm. No one's out, so it's really, I guess, peaceful, you could say. But it's still a little sketchy. All right, this is us. Ooh, hopefully there's no bugs here. Gosh, that light's bright. I tried to save my night vision by not having many lights on when I was cruising. All right. Let's see how this works. I think this is a definite upgrade from the last time I tried to sleep on the boat. So I'm kind of looking forward to this. Oh yeah, wait. Oh man, yeah. Oh. That's so much more comfortable. And there's not a million mosquitoes trying to tear me up. I'm kind of in a civilized area, so I had one pop me earlier, but it wasn't too bad. I think I'm good. Oh yeah. All right, I've got the anchor set, and I think I'm ready to lay down and call it a night. All right, folks. See y'all in the morning. Good morning. All right, well, it is 6:08. I guess we'll get up since the boats are cruising by, kind of waking us up. We got a few miles to make today. What, about 60? Pretty good little trek back. May as well get underway while it is still nice and smooth out. You can see how I slept. I'm much more comfortable this time than I was on the last trip. It was, it was still hot and muggy, but there weren't any bugs really. Didn't have to worry about that. I have this nice little air mattress, so much nicer. So I got to sleep pretty good for a little while. So not too shabby, not too shabby. I'm happy with this setup. It wasn't gonna rain, so I didn't need a tarp or anything. So nice and cozy actually. I slept really, really well. The boat rocks a little bit. That's always nice. But all that's over. Let's get going. Folks, we made it. We are back to Destin. How nice. What a fantastic trip. Thank y'all for joining me. Glad you made it through the whole thing. And take care of yourselves. I will see y'all in the next adventure. Who knows what it's going to be. I don't even know. Maybe a paddleboarding one for you folks, because that's what I was planning on doing this time. But hey, take care of yourselves. God bless, and get out there, folks. See ya.